it going? It's me, Krendor, and welcome back to some Warhammer painting. It's been a little while since I've done some Warhammer painting on the channel, so I figured I'd kind of paint a little bit and show you what I've been painting, all the stuff I've been doing. This is a little update. So, first things first, I did post this on the community tab, but I have finally built my desert base for my Maw Crusher. It's right on time for the Auric War Clan's Battletome stuff. So you can see here, got like the desert. I go for that I was going for that kind of Adobe desert, kind of like New Mexico, Arizona style. Because I really like that style of desert, and so I'm trying to do that for all my Iron Jaw orcs specifically, because I think it's a cool theme. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, especially because this is my first, this is like my first desert base I did, and I just happened to pick the biggest one to do it with. So it made it a little difficult, but, you know, it's like he's climbing up the mountains. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out good. I might add like a couple more plants, maybe like a dead stormcast or something on there, just to really liven it up. This is the Warchanter I've been painting. This is the first time I tried doing glowy paint with like glow sticks, so I think it looks alright, you know? It's nothing spectacular, but, you know, it kind of looks like it's glowing. So that's the point. And, you know, kind of that similar theme, like a bunch of different brass, copper style armors. I'm pretty happy with that. I like it a lot, and I'm probably going to keep painting him because I want to try and finish him up. And then I can base him, and then he'll be a Warchanter that's complete. So that's another guy. I've already showed this guy off, but here's my banner for the Cruel Boys. I think I did a little more basing with him now. A little more swampy. I might give him some water down there, because I did that with this guy, who is my Swamp Kala Shaman. I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. You can kind of see it, but I did some water in the base. I have this, like, what's it called? I got it down here. It's called, it's Vallejo water texture. And it's how I did some other water stuff, but I literally just took some of it and, like, sprinkled it around. And it just, you know, it helps make it look a little more muddy and wet. And if you want, you can kind of, like, build up the layers of it and make it, you know, little spots, like little puddles or more watery or whatever you want to do, but I didn't really want that for him. I just wanted it to be, you know, kind of with a constant state of wet, muddy, you know. Like if you compare it to, for example, this guy, the little Stabgrot, he doesn't have that, so it just looks kind of muddy, but it looks like dry mud, you know, comparatively. This is actually a pretty good angle for it. So if you look, you know, looks a little more like dry mud down there. It's hard to see, but you can see it a little better here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this guy turned out as well. And I'm probably gonna do the same with the the Potgrot. I'd stuck with the purple kind of cotton candy goop poison stuff look. So, you know, squad's ready, dude. Look at this. Potgrot and the Swamp Kala Shaman are good to go. Obviously, I could keep going. I could highlight and do some more layering and stuff, but in terms of just actually playing a game with them, like, they're, I think they're pretty good to go. Although I gotta paint these wraps, and then I think that's the last thing I gotta do there. But happy with that. And then I'm gonna be painting some Bonereaper stuff, because I made a video a few maybe like a month or two ago, I think 2 months ago, about my pile of shame, and I had a whole bunch of Ossiarch Bonereaper stuff, and I was like, dude, with the new changes to Ossiarch Bonereapers allowing them to use their command point stuff again, I was like, I should just go ahead and build all this. I have like a whole army essentially. So I did. And I've built Catacross, although I've heard he's kind of... Everyone plays Petrifex Elite now, but if you don't want to play that, you can put some Catacross in. Plus, you know, I think he's cool. And then I got my Gothazar Harvester. This is probably my favorite Ossiarch Bonereaper model. Like, I legit love this model. I love the... You know, he reminds me of Renekton from League of Legends, like the alligator head. And he's got the big spiky fists. And this little guy in here's grabbing the sword, and then, you know, you got the bird here and a bird up here, like, picking at the bones that he's carrying. I just love this model. When I first saw the Ossiarch Bonereapers, I was like, I love this. You got the little hand being like, nah, I don't want this Stormcast, get him out of here. Just everything about it I love. So, I'm probably gonna paint him as one of my first Bonereaper dudes painted. I built the Mega Boss on foot, because he's pretty strong now on foot, so I wanted to play him, even though he moves at like 10 miles an hour if he was in a car. And then I've built so many cannon fodder frontline army units. Like, that's all I've been doing. I haven't really been painting much. I've built 20 Mortec Guard, and then I built 5 cavalry, whatever, the Death Guard cavalry. I built 20 Boar Boys for my Savage Boar Boy, what do you call it, Bone Splitters list, so now I can make my meme Bone Splitters list work, which is apparently, like, the only competitive Bone Splitter list. I've learned, like, I was watching the Vince Venturella Warhammer Weekly thing, and the dude who played it was like, yeah, I'd probably take, like, 3 Wargog Prophets, Catacross, and, you know, a bunch of boars. And I was like, that's literally the list I put together as a meme. And I guess that's the only competitive Bone Splitter list, which shows how bad they are. So hopefully they get FAQ'd for, like, you know, at least make their thing, instead of combat round, like an entire turn where they add 2 to their ward save. Like, at least make it a full round, you know? Like, just something. Give them something. Anything. Whatever. So, you know, build a lot of Bonereaper stuff. I'm about to build my Necropolis Stalkers, and I started building the Morghast Harbingers, because I want a couple of those, and I had the Bonereaper box, so I was like, might as well, right? And then I built the Catapult, the Mortec Trebuchet thing. I love Trebuchets, I think they're awesome, so I wanted at least one of those, and apparently there's, you know, having one's still pretty good, so... I think I'm going to do a non-content battle report of, like, Ossiarch Bonereapers against... I'll probably do, like, Seraphon, just because I know Seraphon, and then maybe I'll do either Bonereapers or Seraphon versus the Auric War Clans, or maybe I'll do my meme Bone Splitter list, and then I'll do Auric War Clans, whatever it is. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Either way. Oh, this is the other thing. My Bone-Tithe Nexus I've been painting. Dude, this thing is crazy. So here's the Bone-Tithe Nexus. And I have been watching this video on how to paint it. It's like the only video up on how to paint a Bone-Tithe Nexus. I was just watching it for some tips. So I painted all the bones. Then I shaded them in. Then I dry brushed them again. Then I dry brushed them again. And, you know, then I arrived at what we've got here, which I think they look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that turns out, or how it turned out. And then I painted some of these bags, and, you know, shaded and dry brushed those in a bit. And now I just have to do the barrels and the chests, and then after that I can do the, you know, big power thing. I'm saving that for last, but... and then, you know, all the steps and stuff, you can kind of see I dry brushed like Dawnstone all around to give it that obsidian look. But I'm gonna, you know, obviously there's like some stuff I gotta patch up, and, you know, I want to paint this guy differently because I think he's gonna stand out, so he's what I'm gonna do last. But, you know, I can put it down on the table and it's like, hey look, a bunch of skeletons and stuff, and people will be like, neat, so I at least got that much done. So yeah. That's what I've been working on for the most part, and it's been a good time. But let's paint a little bit here. We'll paint this guy, and I think I'm gonna start with his I'm gonna start with the sword. I don't know what color I want to use for the sword. Maybe... And here we go. We've got all the metals. I'm gonna shake them all up. Shake them up. Shake them up. Here we go. Alright. Woo! A little more. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Now that Catacross is part of Destruction, you could probably ally in a Mega Gargant if you really wanted to. So you're like Catacross, Mega Gargant, a Wargog Prophet or two, and then a bunch of boars to fill out the battle line. I don't know, like, at this point it's just... It's sad for Bone Reapers, or not Bone Reapers, the Bone Splitters. Let's see. We got that, we got that. This is probably gonna be like a... maybe I'll just settle for the Lead Belcher. Lead Belcher is just a solid color for metal stuff, I think. So let's do that. Alright. Let's get a little bit here. Drop it on. And I'll put it back over here. A little water. Alright. I might make a video about the Age of Sigmar app that came out, because, you know, it's not great, and I really wish it was great. Like, here's the thing, like, I don't mind paying for the app, you know what I mean? As long as it's a good app, like, worthy of it. But right now, it feels like other things just do it better, and they got better UIs, and I don't know, it's kind of like, why? Why am I doing this? Well, I mean, I got the Warhammer Plus thing anyway for the model mainly, but I would like the app to be good. Plus, they removed, like, all the war scrolls and stuff from stuff, so I think that's dumb that they're making you pay to look at war scrolls. Like, it's... I don't know about that. So... Yeah. Alright, let's get under here. And a little bit down here. I just gotta get this other side. Okay. And layer 1 is done. Okay. You know. It's almost like kind of shaded in. It might be a little too watery. Did I thin it down too much? Maybe I did. Maybe it should be fine still, you know? Yeah, honestly, I think it'll be fine. I'll come back to it. Let's see, what else do I gotta paint? There's like little bags, little satchel things on his front belt piece here. So there's like a couple of, was it like bone teeth, a bag, and then another metal thing back here, and then he's got a belt, which I think I'll paint the belt first, because that's probably going to be a little messy, and I can cover it up when I cover this thing. So I'm going to paint the belt a, should I paint the belt? Maybe this XV88. It's kind of this kind of brownish color. There's a lot of browns going on, but I think it fits. Yeah, I'll do that. Shake it up. I've been using this one a decent amount, so I gotta shake it too much. Yeah, I'll be good. It'll be good. Okay, I'm excited to see what the next Battletome's gonna be. I really hope it's Beast of Chaos. I'm holding out hope. Which is probably bad, because Beast of Chaos is usually perpetual sadness. But I can hope, man. I don't even care if they get new models. I just I just want them to redo some of the old ones. That's all I want. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Although I would like them to have like a, you know, the new guy in Total War Warhammer, the new leader guy. I forgot his name. It'd be neat if he was like a new character, just this like giant Doom Bull type guy. Like, I know some people are like, I think it was like, they're like, oh, he used to be the actual Doom Bull model. Like, no, I don't want some baby ass Doom Bull guy. I want a Doom Bull that's like as big as this, right? Like, maybe not base wise, but like, here's a Mega Gargant, okay? I want him to be maybe up to like the Mega Gargant's like chin up to here. And then base size, maybe like slightly smaller, like to here. Like, I want a giant ass Doom Bull that just beats the shit out of stuff with, or like chops it up with his axes. Like, that'd be awesome. Like, just let him go to town. And then maybe with the Gorgons, I like the idea. I think somebody has it. I think it's a Chaos army that has it, where your bracket scales whenever you take damage and your bracket goes down, you actually do more damage. Like, you get Berserker Rage, you know what I mean? And so I think that'd be cool for things like the Gorgon, where the more you beat them up, the stronger they get. So you have to, like, you know, if you commit resources to killing the Gorgon, you have to, like, kill the Gorgon. Because if you don't, you know, and you leave him at, like, 3 HP left, he's gonna be enraged and just, you know, destroying you. I think that's a really cool thing. I would love that. I just hope they do that. That'd be really cool. They probably won't. They're gonna get like the Bone Splitter treatment or something. They'll get even worse. We'll see. Alright, oh, there we go. Let's get in here. I got a little bit on the metal. That's okay. And then I gotta... Yeah, I knew I'd get some on his metal piece thing. I just gotta... Hold on. Yeah. The old elbow down for this. Alright. This belt's looking alright here. You know, I think it contrasts pretty well with everything. So that's good. Although, oh, I need to do the little thingies on his front here, like it wraps around. So let's do that. I don't even know if it's tied together technically. I think it is. I really don't care. I like the concept of it being tied together, so I'd rather it be tied together. So I'm gonna paint it as such. Cruel Boys are looking kind of neat, although it seems like you just take crossbows, which is fine with me. I love that. I actually only have 3 crossbows, so I only got 1 Dominion. I feel like most people do, but I also got the start collecting they sent me. Or not start collecting, they'll like start painting, so it only comes with 3 what are they called? Gut Rippas? It comes with 3 Gut Rippas, and I was like, what am I gonna do with 3 Gut Rippas? So I was like, dude, I'll turn them into crossbow guys. right? So I think I have some, like, Stormcast crossbows, so I'll just take those and just cut them off and, like, glue them onto the Gutrippas, and then boom, they're crossbowmen. Like, might as well. And otherwise I'm not going to use them, because, you know, it's 3. But that'll be a fun little project I'll do. Let's see here. Got the bag, got the thing. Let's go ahead and try another layer on the sword now. See how this looks. That's looking pretty solid, actually. Maybe that was the play. Maybe I'm glad I thinned it down a little too much. That's the thing, is like when you thin the paint, at least you can build up those layers. Well, if you just go too thick, you can't really go back. You're just like, well, here we are. In fact, I'm gonna a little more back here just because it's a little darker of an area and shaded in. There we go. You have to paint. Can't really see it, sorry. Over here, there we go. Alright, so yeah, now you can see. Doesn't look too bad. Bottom of the sword. I'm gonna end up like layering that anyway, or highlighting it anyway, so it'll be fine. Okay, good. Now, let's do this little arrowhead. Good. Let's flip this. Well, I'm gonna have to elbow this. I'm gonna try to get my get a new mic arm that I can like angle it a bit, because I don't like having to paint like top down, because when I'm painting like this and I have it angled a bit back, you can kind of get a better, you know, if I'm painting like this, your view is going to be coming from over here a bit more, so it looks a little more like you're actually seeing it from my perspective, while when it's top down, it's a little unnatural, so I'm going to try to fix that. Now that I've gotten the camera situation figured out, so that's at least nice. At least the camera works now and focuses properly. So that's neat. Okay. But yeah, I'm excited that I've been trying so many new armies, or like building so many new armies, because now I can, like I said, I can do crazy battle reports. Non-content battle reports, so that'll be fun. I think it's a fun little element that's different from all the other battle reports, right? Because everybody else, when they do battle reports, it's either, you know, a really high quality, you know, tournament style where both the players are really good, which I think is great. I love watching those, but that's not me. And then there's like other people where it's a little more fun, kind of like a re-rolling ones where they're a little more like casual, but it's still a little high quality. I think Seasons of War is a good high quality like tournament style battle report. And then, you know, I'm trying to bring my non-content to the battle report scene, and I think playing against myself and doing dumb rules and just having fun is the way to do it. So should be good. I'm excited, and it allows me to play Warhammer at my own pace as well. So let's see, I did that. I'll have to cover that in a bit. Got the bags. Okay, I gotta paint this little bag here. So I've got the metal, the dark brown pants, the light brown thing. So maybe a Steel Legion drab bag would be good. What did I do for like some of these other bags? I did this one, like a darker brown. Or maybe like one of the new, like the Thondria brown would be good. Maybe I'll do that. Let's try the new Thondria brown. Shake it up. This thing is a thick paint. This is a 3 C's. 3C thick. Oh yeah, that's thick. Woo. I've had some people when I was streaming ask, how do you determine if a paint is too thin or too thick for thinning your paints? And a lot of it's just experience and kind of getting used to different paint consistencies. Like when I first started, I thought I was thinning the paint enough, but I would thin it too much, and then sometimes I wouldn't thin it enough, and I was like, I don't know. But after a while, you kind of just get used to it. And usually, like what I'm doing here, like you can see I'm painting a line. Like, if you have control like that, and you're able to kind of do that. If it's getting a little too like, woo, like that, then it's a little too thin. And if it's like really gloppy and like, it's a little too thick. So that's kind of what I use as my judgment. There we go. Because it's definitely hard to figure out when you first get painting. Trust me, I know. Somebody who only started 2 years ago. But I feel like I've definitely made some progress over those 2 years. And you get better with like different styles of painting as well, like dry brushing, and like I was terrible at dry brushing. It's one of those things where it's really easy once you get the hang of it, but when you first start out, it's like all blotchy because you don't get enough paint off, or you get too much paint off, and you're like, I'm not getting anything. And then you try to go back and you leave too much paint on. It can be kind of annoying. I also would rely too much on contrast paints, which I love contrast paints. I think they're great, but relying on them can be a little too much. Like a crutch, I guess. I think I like contrast paints for batch painting stuff. Like I'm painting all my Ossiarch Bonereaper Mortec Guard with contrast paint. Like I'm not gonna go through and paint everyone. Some people might. I do not care enough. So, you know, but painting a lot of heroes and one-off heroes and, you know, guys that I like, or even just some frontline battle line units I don't mind painting a bunch of, or even experimenting with. Like, I don't know. Thondria Brown, it's a little similar to the paint color I used, but I think I'll you can kind of see it's a little similar. It kind of blends in, so I think once I highlight the edges, it'll pop a bit more. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay. I've had some people be like, "Oh, you should try an airbrush," but I don't know. I don't really like the airbrush look. That's just a personal preference. And I also just prefer painting with a paintbrush and just here, because it's a little more zen for me, you know? Like with an airbrush, it feels like I'm like, all right, it's like I'm in a factory or something. Like I'm trying to like speed up the process. Like I don't want to speed up the process. I enjoy the process. I enjoy just kind of slowly taking my time and doing everything, and then it's just rewarding by the end of it. I compare it to like how some animators and people that draw like to just constantly use the pencil and paper or something compared to, you know, animating on the computer, right? Like, it speeds up everything, but I feel like you lose something when you start doing that, if that makes sense. Especially if you're doing it to relax and chill out, right? Like, I don't know. But, you know, for some people, they don't mind that. You just use the airbrush and speeds up projects and gets stuff done. It's great for doing, you know, like what I did with contrast paints, where I'm going to paint all my battle line stuff contrast. Like, I guess it's good for that as well. So, you know, it depends what you're using it for. That's just, you know, how I view it. So I got that. Let's get a little bit of these. I'll have to patch up some of these. So I got some silver on his pants. That's never good. That's alright. At least brown also covers pretty easily all the spots that I accidentally hit. You can kind of see back here, right? You can see a little bit, right? You can see on his pants. Plus, there's like some little spots I need to cover up anyway because they didn't cover correctly. That's fine. Okay, I got that. And then paint the thingy Xandri dust, because love me some Xandri dust. I guess I could use Morghast bone as well, because all these things are Xandri. You know what? I'm gonna use the Morghast bone. Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. It's fun just being able to like choose your own colors and things like that as well. Keep shaking. So, yeah. Whoop. That's part of the fun of the hobby and painting experience, is just getting creative with it. I've said it before a while ago, but to me, like when I got into YouTube 12 years ago, YouTube and World of Warcraft and my old machinima things, that was my creative outlet. Like, I loved making those machinimas and writing and editing and all that, but then when I stopped doing that as much and then kind of stopped it entirely, it took away that creative outlet for me. And I'm somebody who needs to be creative. Like, when I would upload a video, there's a difference when you upload a video that you're kind of being like, hey, let's talk about this subject, and like, I enjoy doing that, and kind of discussion pieces, or even any of these, or I'm just doing something, versus a video you write, and you film, and you edit, and you voice, and, you know, put that out there, because you've created kind of a story, or like this little mini story video type thing. And there's just, it's a different feeling, right? Oh god, hold on, I painted his paints this color. Oh god, emergency. Get that off. Or as much as I can get off. It's not too bad. And if anything, it kind of adds a little flavor. It's fine, that'll be good. Can't really see it anyway if you're looking this way. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, with that, it's given me, Warhammer that is, has given me kind of that creative outlet once again. And it's really what I love about it. You know, whether it's creating lists or painting or building, like it fills that creative void I've had for a while. I think that's why I love doing it so much. And it's, you know, on top of that, it's kind of nostalgic, 'cause it's something I got really into when I was like 12. And I was like, dude, I love this. This is great. Just in terms of, like, enjoying the Warhammer world and everything about it. Fantasy and all that stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna paint this head. It's a little wonky. I think I randomly contrast painted it. I don't really like how it looks. And I've kind of had that happen with writing as well, because I've been writing a book now too. And that's been nice to kind of do that. It's given me that flashback to like writing my WoW scripts and stories, because, you know, in the end of it, that's kind of why I got into YouTube and everything. It was I liked writing scripts and stories and sharing those with people. And, you know, I wanna do that again. Like, I want to write a book. I want to write these stories. I want to create stuff, because I love the idea that you create a world for people to experience and have fun with and kind of want to learn more about. Like, you know, think of all these things like Lord of the Rings or Warhammer, for example, or, you know, any of these worlds where you see all these things and you want to learn more. And you want to, like, be like, wow, why is this a thing? Who are these, like, races and factions and people? What are their stories? What are all these things? And creating a world that you can do that in is just, it's just one of my favorite parts about writing and I guess writing, but or making videos like I used to. I'm gonna blend this a bit, but yeah, it's something I've wanted to do for a while. And, you know, painting and building and all that, it's not quite creating worlds and stories, but it's still, like I said, it fills that kind of creative void while I do work on my other projects that are, like, writing and stuff like that. So it's very nice. I've enjoyed it. That's what I'm trying to get at. Going to... paint this strap thing back here as I shake. You just gotta use your... oh god. That's not bad. You gotta use your shakiness to your advantage, right? Yeah, you just... hold on. That did not work to my advantage. I'm gonna have to see if I can get some of it off. And I go back with this. Kind of cover it while it's still wet. There we go. I fixed it. Now we got the strap painted. I don't know if I want it to stay that color. I might make it a darker color because I'm like, but, you know, for now it's good. And then this little bonehead thing on there. And then the only thing left really is these little ropes on the front. I don't know what color. You know, I might just make them the same color as the belt. Kind of like it's all tied together a bit. Although maybe, you know what, I'm going to take a little bit of this. This is the fun of the wet palette. Blend it with that belt color a little bit. Let's make it a little lighter. There we go. I'll keep that color, but still make it a little just different enough. It's kind of clumpy now, but it'll look better once it gets shaded in later. A little more. There we go. Actually, a little bit here. Alright. Fantastic. Okay, you kind of see it. I still gotta do some correction, but like it looks, you know, looks all right for what it is. It's a base coat. So yeah. Oh, there's also this like skeleton thing back here on his wrist, but I don't know what I want to paint that, so I'm gonna save that for a different time off video. But you know, for the most part, he's all painted in. It's looking good, and I'm pretty happy with him. And I think once I put the base stuff down, he'll be pretty solid as well. So, thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, click the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Close up my wet palette. Again, here he is, looking pretty solid. And, yeah. Okay. Okay. See ya. I gotta go over here, shut off. Oh god, my chair thing.